This is Get Real with Eddie, your source for everything real estate. From local market updates to national trends. From buying your first home to growing an investment portfolio, we're bringing you the knowledge you need to make smarter real estate decisions.
Nancy, how was the weekend?
Eddie. It was great. Great. Yeah.
I had a quiet weekend. You had an open house.
I had an open house. Got some good traffic. Couple of really good leads off of it, exposure. And then when I got home, I had a pile of people in my pool.
We'll talk about the property a little bit later. I wanted to focus on loans that are like the old bridge loan today. And everybody's going, what's a bridge loan? Because the people haven't seen them. They haven't done them
in many years.
This is, we're talking a loan that was pre-Great Recession.
Yeah, we're talking about like when I was buying my first home and when my parents, it was actually a thing when my parents were buying and selling
because I don't remember it during the Great Recession. I don't think we were doing bridge loans.
No, I think it was pre-Great Recession. Like I said, my first home I purchased before the recession.
So all right. So what is it? So here's the thing. When you're trying to buy or sell and buy, it's a nightmare right now in this market. Maybe not so much in the southern markets, Arizona, California, Florida, because they've moved into a buyer's market. But in the Midwest and in these in the Northeast, in these markets where we are still a seller's market and a strong seller's market, we only have a month and a half to 2 months of inventory. You just ran inventory numbers on Shorewood over the weekend.
Yeah, it was 1.8. I saw that it ticked to 1.9.
Okay.
But it's still well under.
Under 2 months. So
under 2 months.
When you're looking at these numbers, the market is ideal for a contingent on sale. I'm going to take your house. I'm going to accept your offer, understanding that you have to sell your house. But no one's doing it.
And I, for the life of me, do not understand this because their inventory is so
I can answer
shy.
It. You want my opinion on why it is?
Well, I get it.
Yeah.
But people are buying houses. Maybe we're getting multiple offers. We're still jumping through those hoops. So the likelihood of running into a problem is less. But I already know what you're going to say because
it's a holdout from the Great Recession. You had you had sellers that were trying to buy, but the average market time was 2 years to sell a house. So nobody wanted to take a contingent on sale if it was going to take you, statistically, it was 2 years, maybe 3. At one point we had 4 years of inventory.
That's crazy. It's just crazy.
I know. So you had brokers training agents don't take a contingent on sale. All right. A contingent on close is okay. All right. Because they're under contracts, but not contingent on sale. So they were trained not to do it and they trained someone not to do it who's now trained. Nobody knows why you just don't take them.
Well, and the path of least resistance.
And I can get it. If you're in multiple offers, that's the second half. Well, I have multiple offers. Okay, well, you got a multiple offer, then that makes sense. You're not going to take the risk that they may or may not sell versus someone that either is under contract on their house or doesn't have anything to sell to begin with. That part I get. But the first half of it, the contingent on sale aspect, there's nothing wrong with it. And the fact that we've been fighting this for so long, it has been an issue. And this concept is one way to
fight back.
And a lot of people, I don't think I've ever heard of this. So let's get into the actual dilemma.
Okay.
All right. So the dilemma is the chicken and the egg problem. Mm-hmm. Honestly. Do I buy before I sell or sell before I buy? All right. And this is going to be a very personal financial decision. This is not going to be for every single person. Let's just state that right out of the gate.
Right off the bat. Yep.
Yeah. It's going to be a personal financial decision. All right. So go down the selling first scenario. What are the downsides of trying to sell first?
Well, if you're selling first, you've got to find the most obvious is you sell, you're losing your home. You're homeless. You gotta find some place to stay. You gotta find some place to live.
So even when we I've had a couple lately where we're starting to thread the needle again, old school, where you're selling in the morning and buying in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And I've looked at clients after the sell before the buy, and I just go, so how's it feel to be homeless right now?
Yeah.
It's so evil. And they giggle, they know, but still, it's like,
can I take you to lunch? Because
they're weird. It's weird.
It's a weird feeling. And you've got a moving truck sitting somewhere waiting in that scenario. And I'll tell you more about that scenario and how that can go sideways really fast.
Yeah, but I mean, going back, we're not selling first. We're not even saying you have something picked up. You're just selling first. So you don't have a place to go.
Right. Well, but your stuff still has to be out of the house. That's what I'm saying. There's a moving truck. There's someplace where you're a storage unit or 10, depending on how much stuff you have. There's, then you got to think about kids, dogs, cats, your pet raccoon, whatever you got. And just
mass hysteria. Right now I got the Ghostbusters quotes. Dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria.
But and you're lifing all at the same time.
Yeah, we just talked about this, I think, with you and another agent. It's like, you're doing this, and this in real estate, but life is still moving forward. There's life still going on. You still have job. You still have kids. You still have school. You still have 90 other things. Buying a house is just one of the things going on in your life.
It may be like a huge thing in your life, but you're still lifing in there.
Yeah.
So can be a precarious position.
The biggest thing on this is, I think, you got to find temporary housing of something. And trying to find, there's no short-term rentals available.
No.
So, I mean, honestly.
There's no regular rentals, let alone.
You've got, in my opinion, two options. Option one is a long stay hotel. Yeah. All right. So a long stay hotel option is an option number one. Which they're not cheap.
No, that brings up a whole different.
And option number two or problem number two is you got to move twice.
Yeah.
You're loading everything in. You're moving into the hotels or maybe family. Maybe family.
With family.
But still going to storage. Or, and then you got to move it all again. Mm-hmm. Maybe you put it in a cube and the cube takes it and holds it up for you. That would be the smartest thing to do and versus a storage unit, in my opinion, is, put them in one of the pods.
Yeah.
So.
Have them hold the pod and just and then they can deliver the pod.
So you said, what's the horror story on trying to thread the needle?
So, we were 5 deep on open, close.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So, because we used to stack those pretty.
My record was 21 deals.
In one day.
Not in one day. It was 21 day deals that had to close over 3 days.
Yeah, I think we closed 7. Lucky 7.
We closed, I think, 7 the first day, 9 the second, and then you had 5 on the back end. I mean, seriously, there was just boom, 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 boom. I mean, but
and my client closed on her home in the morning and was closing on her buy in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
The buy failed to happen due to not my client. Okay. Just not my client. She had just had shoulder surgery. She had all her people lined up to finish the move because they were there to move and move her in. They were only there one day. She had family that flew in from like Texas or somewhere to help her because she had shoulder surgery and couldn't do any of the work herself, and then didn't close.
And what was the reason it didn't close? She got her sale done.
She got her sale done.
And then she should have went right to her buy.
Right. But the seller
wasn't ready.
Wasn't ready. Didn't. Yeah.
Wow. Was it a Friday close too?
Bingo.
All right, folks. So for those that don't know, Eddie always recommends taking your closing date on Thursdays.
Yes, for a reason.
Not on Fridays. Because if for some reason this happens, the next closing date that's available to close is Monday.
Yes. Or if there's a snafu with your electric, gas, whatever,
mm-hmm.
and it gets shut down, and they aren't very friendly about
getting out there
over the weekend.
Yes.
There's another problem that you're going to be 2 days without. So definitely go for a Wednesday or a Thursday close.
You said gas, and last night my wife saved me from a heart attack. All right. So I woke up in the middle of the night to use the potty, and I hear this squeaking in the vent, and I'm thinking, oh no, the blower motor's going out on the furnace. No. All right, we're gonna have to get someone to come out and look at it. My wife chimes up, hey, what? Can you put your foot on the vent in the bathroom and fix that vent? Huh? I put my foot on the vent. It was the actual vent that right there.
Oh, the little...
That was, yes, the little flap. It was loose
squeaking.
And squeaking. I'm like, oh my God, I thought it was the way it was squeaking. I honestly thought it was blowing.
Well, it's kind of hard to hear. You know that it's rattling, and it's hard to tell whether it's from the vent or you lucked out.
Oh, man, let me tell you. I looked at it, I'm like, you just gave me a nice restless sleep. I was going to be up for the next 5 hours. Stewing. Because they're like, oh no, not the blower mode. Because, it sounded like that. And it wasn't. It was just the little vent cover on the flat. Yeah. So, all right. So let's flip the script. We're going to try buying first instead. So you're going to try to buy first.
Okay.
All right. Instead of sell first. Downsides on the buying first.
Okay. So downside on the buy is you're walking in, and it may be several offers. It may be whatever.
In our market, that's high possibility.
Yeah.
You're looking anywhere 2 to 5 offers you can probably competing against.
Yeah. So you're already, that's one step because you're contingent on sale.
Correct.
And the first thing an agent's going to ask, that listing agent's going to ask is, okay, you're contingent on sale. Are you ready to put it on market? What's the story? They want to know who, what, where, how much you're putting it up for. They're going to do their homework to see if you are going to be able to sell that, and then you have to write it into the contract. So we're going to have it under contract by 2 weeks. We're going to have it whatever in a week. We're going to have it closed in 30 days. Or the contract for your buy, the seller can cancel the contract if you don't.
Yeah. And that's the true. That's the true evidence. How long is it going to take? Well, right now, houses are selling for 30 days. So I can sell the house in 30 days. All right. And then you need another 30 days to close it. So instead of a normal closing in 30 days, you're looking probably a minimum of 60 days.
Right.
To sell the house.
So the seller, in the meantime, with that, is still accruing. If they agree to wait for you, they're still accruing 2 months of mortgage payments and taxes and all the other things, and they're not moving where they want to be. So it makes it...
It makes it hard. It makes it hard. And like I said, I do think contingent on sales need to come back. It would make the market easier. But in these cases, all right, in these situations, this is when this equity advance loans, that's what I want to call them. because they're not really a bridge loan like an old school bridge loan. Because an old school bridge loan, you were filing paperwork, you were filling it out, you were basically taking a line of credit out on your house, and you had a closing on the bridge loan.
Yes.
This is more of a contractual agreement between you and the lender. It would be, I mean, it kind of, that's how I would describe it. Because there's no closing.
Some.
Depends on the one.
I was going to say, it depends on the product.
Yes.
Because they are out there where it is an honest to Pete bridge loan where you are getting a loan. They are charging you fees. You are getting a loan based on that equity.
Yes. But there are also some out there where there's low to no fees to pull your equity out because they want to get the business. They know this is holding them up. So some loan lenders, and you got to talk to your lender and see what works for you. But some lenders do have some low to no fee programs. I don't know if there's any no fee programs.
I was going to say, I haven't heard of a no fee, but low fee.
When I was doing my research on this, it said that no fees. And I'm like, I've not heard of that, but I've heard of low fees. And when I say low fee, you're talking $1,000, $2,000.
Yeah.
You know, so that's...
Ain't nothing for free. They're not giving you money for free.
No. So, but the nice thing is now you're going in and you're now non-contingent. You can close right away.
On your sale.
On your buy.
Or you're non-contingent. You can purchase without a contingency to sell your home.
Yes. Good clarification on the wording. Okay. We meant the same thing, but yes, words have meanings. So yes, so these programs work wonders to put you into a stronger position. You know, sellers love this. No home sales contingency gets rid of the uncertainty because, like I said, if you happen, maybe you don't sell your house in 30 days. Maybe it takes 60. You know, we have seen market time starting to tick up. You just said Shorewood went from 1.8 months inventory to 1.9. All right.
Yeah.
So, and that was in the specific aspects for your listing. So, speaking of, let's take a quick break. Talk about your new listing in Shorewood.
Okay, I have a new listing, Shorewood, Illinois. It is 1109 Highland Drive. It is a 3-bed, 2-bath ranch that is ADA compliant with a walk-in, with a roll-in shower that was put in 2021. It is, did I say 2,307 square feet, corner lot, about 1/3 of an acre. So a nice roomy lot. It's across the street from the park.
3-car garage.
Yes, a nice 3-car garage.
And I do like it across the park.
9-foot ceilings, a lot of accoutrements, quartz countertops, dual ovens, range top. Basement is partial with a crawl. Lot of little upgrades. Water softener, water filter. Lots of little goodies. And it's, like I said, located in a lovely area right across the street from the park.
So everybody's now thinking of these loans in this product, and let's hit the elephant in the room. I do this, but my house doesn't sell. Well, first off, you got 6 to 12 months in these programs. Yes. Depending on the program, get clarification on which program you're using and what you're doing. But you get 6 to 12 months. Odds are your house is going to sell in that 6 to 12 months.
Lean into your realtor while you're there at it. Yeah. You know, talk to your realtor, run the numbers, figure out what your local time on market is, what you would expect under normal circumstances.
Some of these programs have a purchase in the consideration where they're going to buy your home. Now, they're not going to give you market value. It's going to be a lower, but your house is going to sell.
Yes.
They will buy the house. Some of them have contingencies when they resell the house. After they buy it for you, if it goes over a certain value, then you get an overage. All right. Every lender is different. You got to talk to every lender, but that's kind of the biggest aspect. So if you're looking to move up, if you've got good credit, this is one loan that's out there that I think makes a lot of sense.
Yes, it's a great way to remove that from the equation so that now you're competing with other buyers that have no home to sell.
I agree.
And that's what you'll always have you'll have a mortgage contingency just like other buyers. It's not going to remove your mortgage contingency, but it will remove the need to sell your home.
All right. I think that wraps it up.
Okay.
All right. Don't forget, check us out on GetRealWithEddie.com, talking about your largest investment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at GetRealWithEddie.com, talking about your home.
Thank you for listening to Get Real with Eddie. We appreciate you spending part of your day with us. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who could benefit from the conversation. The views and opinions expressed by the host and guests are for informational purposes only and do not constitute legal, financial, tax, or real estate advice. Every situation is unique, so please consult the appropriate licensed professionals regarding your individual circumstances. Eddie Ruettiger, the guests, and affiliated parties assume no responsibility or liability for any decisions or actions taken based on the information shared in this program. Get Real with Eddie is hosted by Eddie Ruettiger, designated managing broker and owner of Exit Real Estate Specialists. Eddie is licensed in the state of Illinois, license number 401014247. Exit Real Estate Specialists is located at 2405 Essington Road, Unit I, Joliet, Illinois, 60435, and is an equal housing opportunity brokerage. Each Exit office is independently owned and operated. Interested in buying, selling, investing, or launching your real estate career? We'd love to hear from you. Visit Get Real with Eddie. Until next time, stay informed, stay inspired, and as always, get real with Eddie.